afternoon, y'all. As you can tell, I am still not Alexis, even today. Alexis is out of town. She's having her first honest to God vacation in quite some time. Well deserved. So we're going to do form without her today, which means we're not going over the financials. They're in the back of the room. Anybody can grab them if you want. And I'm just going to tell you the most important number on the back when you're looking for operating margin. We had a budget of $307,682 for this last month, and we surpassed that by $86,494. So we're in the black there, which is fantastic. And then the year-to-date variance has us $492,000 ahead. So we're in good shape for the months that are coming up, because sometimes it gets a little leaner as we go on into the year with the other expenses. So grab one of these in the back if you want to take a look-see, but those are the important numbers, okay? We're going to go ahead and get started with our new team members. In assisted living, we've got 2 new team members who started in the last month or so. We've got Sylvia Tabarez, who's an LVN, and we've got Alyssa Carrion, who's a resident assistant. Buildings and Grounds sees 3 new faces as of the last month. Some of these folks you've probably already seen. We've got Isabel Mantilla, who's a housekeeper. Jenny Ramos is out there in security. If anybody has seen her, she's already out there working real hard. And Melanie Torres, who's a driver. I think we saw her kind of a lot on Friday. She was helping a lot with tram service. In the healthcare center, we've got 3 new employees in the last month or so. Jacinia Alvarez, who's a CNA in the healthcare center. Nate Dominguez, who's an LVN. And Ella Cruz, who's the new RN for us over there. We saw a couple people leave in the last month or so. We've got 1 person from dining, 2 from assisted living, 2 from memory support, 1 from housekeeping, 1 from admin, and 1 from the healthcare center. All right. There's our HR update. I'm not Sierra either. I just like to pretend to be other people. I'm going to hand this over to Ruthie.
Thank you, Amy. Hi, folks. Okay. Same slide, different day. Here we go. So still doing very well in across all levels of living. We do have 1 new resident this month, Susan Harris, who moved into Tuscany 282B. And we are working with 9 depositors right now who are planning to make the move over the next 3 months. So Betty Hack will be joining us in Milano 101. Robin Chiero in Tuscany 258A, Carolyn Clausen in Milano 107, Beth T, because I don't know how to pronounce that, Sequoia 120, and Della Valle in Tuscany 256B, Mike and Kathy Leader in Milano 207, Richard and Evelyn Richardson in Tuscany 264A, Nancy Singer in 274C, that's also Tuscany, and Connie Trace in Milano 305. And when I submitted this yesterday, there were 37 people on the wait list, but as of today, there are 39. Yes. Yeah. So we do have an event coming up this week, Wednesday, May 20th. There are 2 sessions. So this is the downsizing event that we do every year where Greg Gunderson comes. He is the former CEO of Gentle Transitions. So he has retired, but he is traveling and giving seminars on how to downsize, just tips and tricks. So we have invited him back to Holiday Theater on Wednesday. There will be 2 sessions, one at 10:30 and one at 1 o'clock. And this is specifically for outside guests. So you have already done your downsizing. You're already here. There's only enough room for folks who are guests of ours that day. So we have decided to pay for a valet service for this event because parking is so challenging, especially if we're expecting 50 guests each session. So we are doing our best to make sure that valet has designated spots available for our guests. And we are also reaching out to many of our leadership team members and providing them designated spots to park within Tuscany and Sequoia, in spots that would be taken up by future residents. So you may see some extra cars parked out near you in Sequoia and Tuscany, just for that day to alleviate some of the stress of our team members coming and being able to park. So bear with us on Wednesday. As far as occupancy goes, we are in residential living 248 against a budget of 241. In assisted living, we are completely full with 60 occupied apartments against a budget of 57. And in memory support, we are also completely full against a budget of 25. So doing very well there. And just as a friendly reminder, if you have any referrals, please come to the sales office and share the information with Emily. She is the one that puts everything into the system. And that way we make sure that when Ruthie and Robin are busy, that they don't fall through the cracks. So Emily will make sure that she has time to check in the system to see if the folks you're referring are already in the system or if they're completely brand new opportunity that we will be working with. So Emily is your girl. Any questions? Ooh, Peggy Cochran. Greg Gunderson.
It really helped us a lot. And you said that kind of funny, but we're sitting here thinking, God, I could listen to that guy again, but we learned it and it was a good thing to do. So for us anyway, thanks.
You're welcome. And I think Louise back there had a question as well.
Yes. Yeah. Is there anyone employed by the terraces right now who helps people move or who is paid to help people move?
There is not. So we currently do not employ anyone. We don't have any team members designated to help with moving your items from your home to the terraces. But there are multiple companies to choose from who specialize in that folks can purchase their services. Yeah. Any other questions? No? Okay, then. Let's see who's next. I think it's Valerie. Valerie Epps, come on down.
Hello, everyone. Well, as usual, we have some fun to share. Here, we're highlighting some of the outings that we've been on for our assisted living group. Look at that peacock. Pretty cool. Well, isn't this one interesting? This must be the one I added myself. Amy did the rest. All right. So medication destruction day is coming up. We were hoping to have it this week, but our supplies haven't arrived. So we're going to do that June 2nd, which is a Thursday. Oh, June 4th. See, okay. So sorry about that. June 4th. I think I have a typo here again. Anyway, we were trying to roll that out quickly today so we could have the information to you, but we'll change that to June 4th. So disregard this. With our new system, actually, there's a couple things I was going to talk to you about with regard to that. Everything needs to be in its original package or labeled from the pharmacy. You can cross off your name. If you don't want your name on it, that's fine. But the medicine has to be legible because we do have to put it in certain containers depending on what medication it is. But also, I wanted to tell you that we're starting a partnership with a group that we can now donate medications to those that are in need. And so that, again, is why it's important to have only the name crossed off so we know what we have and if any of that that will be accepted for donations. So just wanted to touch base with you on that. It's an exciting program coming up. It should be happening really soon for us. It not only saves on medication waste fees, but it helps those that really need the help. And having been here so long, it's amazing to see how much stuff that we discard of that people could really use. So I'm excited to try that system out. We will put more information with the right date on your in your message boxes, and of course in the Tribune. And then a flyer is being created so that we'll have a reminder. Yes. Yes, I know in years past we've poured them out to save space, but we will be keeping them in the original container. And then myself and my team will be tasked with figuring out where all of that's going to go and all. But for that day, we'll just keep it in their containers. Any other questions? We also, I think it was on there, but we will discard any of your sharps. So if you have any needles or anything like that that need to be disposed of, you can bring those as well, and we'll have containers for that. All right, thank you. Dining? Oh, you have your own?
We're going so much faster than usual that Amanda was not fully prepared to be in the room. So hopefully she's on her way over. But until then, you got me. So how many people have been to the Monte Carlo in the last couple weeks here in May? Holy moly, that's a lot of hands. And how many people are super excited about the changes that we've been seeing? Yeah, I think that's pretty much across the board. That's pretty cool. So you can see up here our team from a couple weeks ago. Dining in the Monte Carlo was once a cherished tradition for many of our residents, an experience they never wanted to miss. Our dining team has been hard at work reimagining what the Monte Carlo can be, creating not only a delicious menu that everyone will enjoy, but a truly unique dining experience for residents, friends, and family alike. If you haven't already, be sure to make a reservation for a weekend or two at the Monte Carlo. This is an experience you won't want to miss. And I hear on Fridays there's prime rib. All right. Who got out to the farmer's market on Friday? Who grabbed salsa on Friday? Was anybody out there when Juan was still there with his chips? Because I missed that part and I'm very disappointed. I saw this photo and it was the first I saw of him actually getting out there with his chips. So that was handmade by Juan himself, which is fantastic. Every third Friday of the month from here on, we're going to have the Terraces Farmers Market. This month featured homemade salsa from our executive chef, Juan. Each month we plan to showcase a new addition to our variety of fresh fruits and vegetables for residents to enjoy. Be sure to stop by on the third Friday of each month from 9:30 to 10:30 to stock up on your favorites. I'm going to give this to the person who's supposed to be talking.
Thank you. She was doing such a good job. Who got salsa from Farmers Market? Anybody? Good. That's really exciting. So we do want to feature something each month, whether it be something that Chef Juan prepares, or we bring in jams and jellies or honey, or I don't know what it may be. Fresh flowers. I know we have that in the future. So that was really exciting, and Chef had a fun time doing that. Mother's Day brunch was an absolutely incredible success. I've heard nothing but incredible things. We served over 400 people in the dining room. And I don't know how that happened, but I feel like there's not enough seats for that. We were sitting on people's laps, but the team did a great job, and I hope that everyone enjoyed. I heard really, really good things. All right, our big topic right now, something I'm really excited about. I've been working with vendors as we transferred to Human Good. We have a lot more options to choose from. And one of our vendors that we actually had prior, Vesta, I've been working with them to to source more local produce. And they've let us know that they go to farmers markets in both Berkeley and the Ferry Building in San Francisco every week. And we can order from those local farmers markets, and it's actually a farmers market that we can source produce from. Not only that, every week we're getting a list of produce that's sourced locally here in the Valley. So anywhere from Fresno, Madera, Reedley, and then as far out as like Santa Barbara and things like that. But I have a list on my desk from last week, and I'll get another one on Wednesday of produce that we can source here locally. And then I want to point out the farms that we're sourcing from. So that's really, really exciting for us. In addition to local produce, we also have a new seafood vendor. So Pacific Seafood is somebody that we've worked with years and years and years ago. They are now going to deliver to us 3 days a week. So that means we can get local seafood. I mean, not local like here, but like close enough. But they're going to deliver fresh fish to us. And they also have meat. So they're called Pacific Seafood, but they also have all kinds of meats, whether it be steak and bacon and sausage and, kind of a little bit of everything. So we've been working with that vendor as well, kind of setting up a new schedule, looking to get some samples in and kind of what we can do to source some new items from them as well. I also just contacted Fresno State this morning. So today, as of today, Fresno State has corn. So I have, I will tell you, I guess, secret's out. I placed an order for Fresno State corn for Monday for our barbecue. So, and I plan to kind of, Juan is off today and he texts me and he goes, Fresno State has corn. So I reached out right away. It's not on the menu, but we're going to add it. So that's really exciting for us. I also got a list of some other produce that they have available, and I hope to use them a little bit more than just corn because we all love Fresno State produce. Uh-oh. It doesn't want to go to the next slide. Huh? Tap the microphone? That'll help. That'll help me get to the next slide for sure. Maybe if I do it on here. Oh, she's got the magic touch. She's like, just push the arrow. I'm like, oh, Sean. All right. So things have been really exciting in the dining department. Quite a few promotions in the last month or so. Many of you have seen these faces around campus. Silvano has moved from the sous chef position and was promoted to our executive sous chef just a couple weeks ago. Michelle Salazar was a cook. She was working a lot on bistro specials and grab and goes and things like that in the bistro, and then as well as Monte Carlo. She's the one putting together salads and desserts, appetizers and things in the Monte Carlo. She has been an incredible addition to our team. In just a few short months that she's been here. So she applied for the sous chef position and was offered the job last week. So she's very, very excited to be a part of the leadership team. And then Daniel, of course. So he's been in the position for almost a month now. It's flown. And he reaches out like, hey, when you do that, can I help you? Or can I sit with you? Or can I learn? So he's just so eager to learn. And having so many open positions in the dining department has been challenging, but I'm so excited that we finally have a full leadership team. So these are just a couple of them. And I got all of us together. That was a challenge and a half. So the only one missing from our leadership team is Roberto. He's out on a leave for, they had a baby about 6 months ago and he didn't get to take his leave. So he's enjoying his baby. But this is all of us and we have a full team and I'm so excited. We also just made an offer to a new cook last week with a ton of experience, and another server will be joining us in the dining room as well. So exciting things happening in the dining department and more to come. Thank you. Brian?
Thank you. This looks like Amy's man. Is this your husband? Okay, just making sure. Never know these days. All right, so how you guys doing today? All right, I will make it quick because we are on a record-setting time to finish for them before 4 o'clock, so I don't want to be the holdup. We start with work orders. During the month of April, maintenance team completed 710 work orders throughout campus. 629 were done within the same day, next day, which is so close to our goal. We're 0.4 away from our 90% goal. We are going to get there. So I'm very proud of the team and their response times. I'm still hearing, Brian, I just hung up the phone and they already left. And I was like, yes, that's how we're trying to do things around here right now. A few big projects. Actually, these are small in comparison to what's coming up, so I'm not going to pump them up too much. But we did do some housekeeping work on sidewalks in Tuscany and Sequoia recently, removing some trip hazards, redoing some ramps. Had a few of my Tuscany residents that had to go through a lake every time it rained to get back to their apartment. So we fixed all that. So that was a project that went, about a week. I did talk to the contractor today. There is a couple things that need to be taken care of, so he'll be back to finish the details. And I told him once he does that, I will pay him, and then everybody will be happy. Art studio. I'm not going to take too much of the glory of Joe's art studio. I'm already getting my bust out there, so we're trying to figure out how to name it the Brian Evans and Joe Hansen. We can't call it memorial because we're still here. So the art studio is pretty much complete on the building part. We got the new tables and chairs in. We're finalizing the kiln hookup. And then we have a rock tumbler that I need to put in the utility closet far so it doesn't make too much noise. And then I pass it to Joe to hold the grand opening now. We were going to do a soft opening until the furniture came, but now we're ready for the grand opening. Rumor on the street is there's already an art committee deciding supplies and things like that. I step far away from that. I tell everybody I build it. You do something with it. And so very happy that that's come to completion. If you read the Tribune, it's going to be another busy week for us this week. I'm meeting with the landscape architect to begin the reimagination of our assisted living courtyards, Grove courtyards. Those projects all happen next year, but the design and conceptual process will happen this year. I also have a meeting with the Milano landscape contractors who will be out tomorrow to finalize some of the plans for the Milano landscape refresh. We have a meeting scheduled soon for the Villaggio FF&E. That's a very large project that we undertook this year, and that's replacing all furnitures, fixtures, and a lot of the equipment in our healthcare center. So we're looking forward to the new look that we're going to have there. And then finally, I know you guys are all excited about this, the bistro. So we're fighting back and forth on a few details. We discovered some structural opportunities that might allow us to remove a couple pillars. So we have a meeting with the architect on that also tomorrow. And we're just trying to finalize that design so that we can start getting things to permitting. Tentatively, maybe October, I think, would be the earliest date that we get returned approved plans, and we would be able to start thinking about construction. But it will start this year, and then we'll conclude the construction in 2027. So we're looking forward to that. Other than that, I'm pretty bored. I play a lot of Minesweeper and Sudoku. So if you guys have anything you need from me, let me know. But in the meantime, we're still just doing our best to enhance the campus and make sure you guys have the best environment. Jonelle, I got you. Any questions? Amy said I could only ask once because I usually ask like 3 times. Going once. Oh, she got me. Oh, I'll take those all day long. Yeah, keep those. Give her the mic. Make sure it's turned all the way up.
I don't know what you call the box that's on the, oh, okay. The box that's the big electrical box that used to be that horrible green is now a beautiful other color.
Yeah, by the art studio.
Yeah.
I had a resident from the Tuscany Circle who will remain anonymous that complained to me in the best way I've ever heard. She wrote me a poem. And the poem was so sweet. She just wanted to make sure that we didn't forget about that lonely green box out there after we made everything beautiful. And then she taped it on the box as a challenge to me. And so I'm doing my rounds like I always do. And I'm like, oh, what's this? And I was like, this is the nicest complaint I've ever gotten. And so with that, we decided we're going to paint the boxes and we're going to actually go through campus and paint them all. PG&E is not going to be happy about it. But in the end, it's on my property. So we'll, as long as we have the warning labels and everything still clearly visible, we should be okay. But thank you for the compliment.
Note to self, if you want to complain to Brian, make it lyrical.
If you make it lyrical, you'll see results.
Brian, you know what I'm going to ask you about.
I do. And so we are having a wee bit of trouble with our pump in the Tuscany and Sequoia areas right now. And so when we're watering, I actually had a few residents send me a message. The pump is shutting down, which is killing the water pressure, which is causing the water just to kind of spurt out into areas. My electrician has ordered the new overload relay that we need for the pump. And once I get that in, we'll be able to now fine tune all the irrigation issues in Sequoia and Tuscany and get our grass green. I'm telling you, that's the one biggest challenge for me is equipment failure, because it happens so quick in Fresno. We can go from green to struggling very quick. But, and then it takes me a little while longer to get it going from brown to green, but we're on it, Maxine. We got this. See, I know my community and I know my residents.
Thank you.
Maxine is also another nice person that brings concerns. So I'm always making sure I try to find the solutions. All right, I asked once. I asked twice. Going 3 times. Sold to Douglas Fulmer for $1.50.
Not as much as I'm worth.
You're worth 2 bits to me.
2 bits. Oh. Is Amanda still here? I was going to ask her how to work this. We've got a lot of stuff going on, but since we are in a roll, I want to talk about just the one thing today, and that is the Remembrance Memorial Day service. One of the first things I did when I came here was we had kind of lumped it on a Friday. And I know Monday's a holiday, but you know what? A whole lot of people died in the service of our country. I can come and do a service. And so I just want all of us to be, I think this is so important. Maybe a lot of that is because I grew up on a Navy base, so I understand and knew a lot of people who didn't come home from Vietnam. And so I want to celebrate that. And what I would like from you, besides inviting you to be here, if you have any loved one, family, friend, it doesn't matter, and you can get a picture of them, would you get it to me? And a very short bio, just letting me know who they are, where they served, and what happened. And the sooner the better, but we're going to do that this Monday. There's a flyer in your box to remind you. But I would love, I know it's 9 in the morning, it's early, so you can come get your breakfast and come right here. But I think it's a great and wonderful thing when we take time just to remember the people who literally gave everything. So please come and join us next Monday. We would love to have you. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to let Joe have it.
Hi, everybody. Do you know what I have right here? These are the names of the people, the residents that completed the resident experience survey. This right here is the certificate for a dinner for 2 to the Monte Carlo. So we'll be giving that out in just a few minutes. And I bet you guys are really tired of hearing me talk about the resident experience survey, aren't you? Well, I'm going to do it one more time. So, first and foremost, I want to thank all of our volunteers, our resident champions, our just some of that weren't official champions just came out and made sure that we got the surveys accomplished. Our goal was 90%. We did reach 90%. I will tell you what we actually got this morning in just a minute. But I, again, want to thank our residents who helped, even and our team members. We really had a great team come together and make sure this happens. Your time, your kindness, your encouragement made a meaningful difference and helped ensure that the residents' voices are heard. And we truly appreciate your dedication and support in our community to make it stronger and better for everyone. So we'll be able to really get a lot of great feedback, a lot of great data on how the residents are feeling and how we can make the experience even better. So thank you very much. So actually clap. Thank you. So here it is. As of this morning, we had an overall survey completion rate of 93%. So, yay! Our goal was 90%. I'm a little scared that next year Alexis is going to say, okay, 95, 100. So, but shh. So anyway, our residential living, we got 94%. Assisted living achieved 98%. Skilled nursing had 100%, and memory support had 62%. And they really killed it because it is year after year having family members complete the surveys, children out of town. It's really hard to get a hold of people. This is the highest they've ever been able to achieve. So they actually worked really, really hard. But overall, we have the 93%. We're just really proud and thankful for that. So I know you guys are probably looking at this jar right here, right? So out of the first 100 residents to take the survey, Russ Hewer was the lucky winner of the dinner for four for the Monte Carlo. And the winner for our dinner for two is, and I'm going to let Terry pick because she's sitting up front. You can't pick yourself. But if you do, it's okay because we all saw you do it. Thank you. All right. We'll see if the winner's in this room. This winner is in this room because I heard Brian say Jonelle. Jonelle Milady has won the dinner for two. So I had to say her name in a microphone. I don't know if you all know this, but my name is Jonelle. And she's the first Jonelle I've ever met. So I have a really hard time calling her Jonelle. It just seems very strange. So congratulations. Now, if you didn't win, that's okay, because we have our special VIP experience that Quincy has created. Every resident that completed the survey is invited. They've been put on an exclusive list, by the way, and invited to come to the club room on Thursday, the 21st, between 11:30 and 2. We're going to have a classic chocolate and vanilla ice cream soft serve. So we're going to have that for all of the residents who did complete the survey. If you haven't completed it, we're going to have a survey party right after this. So you're welcome to come complete it so you can still get the ice cream. Or let's be honest, we did so well. Most people completed it. So let's all just go over there and have some wine and cheese and just make it a party. All right. So coming up, we have Dining Dudes is going to be this Wednesday. And I'm going to butcher this name, Sabadi. And that's going to be here in the Holiday Theater on Wednesday. Then next week, Dining Divas is going to have Chuck's Barbecue. That's a lot easier for me to say. Coming soon, we have the New Wrinkles Ambassadors are coming back on Thursday, May 21st at 6 p.m. here in the Holiday Theater. Then there's a concert outing on Sunday, May 31st for the pipe organ at Warner's Theater. So it's Stars, Stripes, and Pipes. Should be a lot of fun. The bus departs here from the bistro at 2:15, and the concert begins at 3 p.m. So you'll want to sign up on Cubigo for that. What's Brewing? So this month's What's Brewing has been canceled in honor of Memorial Day, but we look forward to seeing you next month. Limber Up Fitness, move freely, feel better. So this class has been brought to you by Nick. It's a gentle, effective session focusing on improving flexibility, increasing mobility, and enhancing your range of motion through a combination of chair-based and standing exercises. So it was originally going to go through May. Now it's going to continue through June at 10 on Tuesdays, 10 a.m. here in the Talladay Theater. So co-create highlight. So one thing we really love to do is co-create activities with our residents. So that's when the team members and the residents really work together to create an experience, not just telling the team member, I want to do this, and the team member does everything, or the team member saying, we're going to do this. It's really working together to make everybody just partners, a real partnership in the experience. So together, team members and residents collaborate to bring these events and activities to life. So Quincy wanted to highlight Mahjong, which began as a request for one of our Mahjong sets for a single table of players, which has blossomed into a weekly gathering. Today, you can see weekly gatherings of multiple players. So thank you to the residents who have helped identify the need and needed supplies, have taught others how to play, and show the hospitality of welcoming others. Coming soon in our co-create highlight, by request, we have a recent Great Courses series featuring histories of Broadway musicals has sparked the desire to see these classics again. So we're going to be presenting these classics on Fridays, or Friday movies. So it's going to be popcorn and playlists. Yes, a lot of fun. So on June 5th, we're going to have a Friday night feature of Chicago. June 12th will be a Friday matinee of My Fair Lady. June 19th will be a Friday night feature of I Can Only Imagine 2. June 26th, Friday musical matinee of South Pacific. And July 3rd, the Friday musical matinee of Hamilton. So this should be a lot of fun. Friday, that's right. And this is so exciting. On Saturday, May 30th, the Art and Handcraft Show is here. So save the date. It's here in the Talladay. It's going to be from 11 to 2 p.m. Our community is full of artistic talent, from quilting to woodworking, painting to origami. See what your friends and neighbors have created. Over 25 artists will be showing their work. It's really going to be a fun, really interesting time. So I hope you'll all be able to make it. That leaves us with the best part of the meeting. We have Bev. Are you ready with your jokes? She is. I almost walked off with Amy's phone.
Thank you.
There were two 90-year-old women, Rose and Barb, had been friends all their lives. When Rose fell ill, Barb visited her every day. As death seemed to be moving closer, Barb said, Rose, we both loved playing women's softball all our lives, and we played all through high school. Please do me one favor. When you get to heaven, somehow you have to let me know if there's a women's softball there. Rose agreed to do all that, and that would be in her power, and then passed on. At midnight, a few nights later, Barb was awakened from a sound sleep by a blinding flash of white light and a voice calling her name. Who is it? Asked Barb, sitting up suddenly. Barb, it's me, Rose. I have good news and bad news. The good news is that there's softball in heaven. Better yet, all of our old buddies who died before us are here too. Better than that, we're all young again. It's always springtime and it never rains or snows. And best of all, we can play softball all we ever want to, and we never get tired. That's fantastic, said Barb. It's beyond my wildest dreams. So what's the bad news? You're pitching Tuesday.
Thank you, everybody. We hope you enjoyed the meeting. And again, even if you've completed this survey, come on over, get some wine and cheese from our Wine Down survey party. And thank you again to everyone who took your survey.